And then you were told you can work with whoever you like. But whoever you like doesn't want to work with you. And then you were told you can earn as much as you like. And how many of you have hit your target? Exactly. One person. Two people. And that's what usually happens. You see, when we started in this business, we were not told how to do this business. So there are two things that you need to be successful in this business. You need the right mindset, and you need the right skills and the right skill set to be successful in this business. So every day they motivate you. Go out, meet clients. Go out, meet clients. You are the best. You feel the motivation. But then what are you supposed to do? How do I hit my target? How do I achieve that big dream that I have? How? So, how many of you do fact finding with your clients? KYC, know your customer. How many of you do that? All of you should put your hand up. It's a compliance requirement. Say yes. You see, when I started in this business, I was told, Sanjay, do the fact finding. You will find the insurance gap, and then you can solve the problem. All right? So, guys, let me make one thing clear. I'm not a trainer. I'm a practitioner just like each one of you. All right? So today we are going to do fact finding. Fair? Can we do it together? Yes? All right. So, what are the questions you ask your client to do fact finding? What are the questions you ask? You can speak in Spanish, it's okay. I understand. Family, okay, I want to know about your family. What else? What are your dreams and motivations? Age. Occupation, yes, occupation. Income and expenses, yes. Expenses, yes, we got that. Worries, very important. What are your worries? Worries, what else? Do you have assets? Assets and liabilities. Okay, what else? Goals, yeah, we got dreams and goals. Yeah, we got that. Okay, what else? Savings, okay, savings. That's what I thought too. Education, okay. Do you want to ask the name? Very important. What's your name? Your age, yeah, we got the age. What else? Do you have insurance coverage? Do you have insurance? Are you a smoker, non-smoker, right? Health. Enough? Enough information? Yes? Or you want more? This is enough information. Let's start with this, okay? And then if we need more, we'll add on. Alright, so let's start with this. Now, question number 1. Your name is Jim, John, Jose, it doesn't matter, you're still going to die, correct or not? Why do you care? Your age is 20, 40 or 60, you're still going to die. You have a dream, you don't have a dream, you will still die. Your occupation is doctor, lawyer, engineer, you will still die. You have high income, you have low income, you will still die. 100% of married men don't know where their wives spend money. Why do you ask them, what are your expenses? They don't know. You have a worry, you don't have a worry, you will still die. You want to educate your children, you don't want to educate your children, you will still die. You have savings, you don't have savings, you will still die. You have assets, you don't have assets, you will still die. You have a family, you don't have a family, you will still die. Why do you do this? To find the protection gap, to find the insurance gap. The gap is constant. Everyone will die. You see, when I started in this business, I was taught something called fear-based selling. Sell the fear that you will die, the fear that you will fall sick, the fear that you will not have money when you retire, the fear that when your kids go to university, you will not have money, you should save. We were taught to sell fear. So was I. And that's when I realized something. Fear can help you sell fast, but happiness allows you to sell big. I'm going to repeat this. Fear helps you sell fast. Happiness allows you to sell big. Think about it. We always buy a house bigger than we can afford. Correct or not? We always buy a car bigger than we can afford. Correct or not? Why? Because it makes us happy. But when we are scared, we always want the cheapest solution to the problem. When we get scared, we always want the cheapest solution to the problem. Something that will remove my fear now. And I want you all to think about this. Imagine there is a snake in front of you. Imagine there is a snake in front of you. And you're scared of a snake. Not as a pet, but you're scared of the snake. There are three things that happen. Number one, you get paralyzed with fear. You cannot move. The second thing that could happen is you run away. The third thing you could do is fight with the snake. Correct? Those are the only three things you can do. That's exactly what happens when you meet with your client. They're either fighting with you, or they are paralyzed and cannot make a decision. So they say, I will think about it. Or they just run away. They ignore you. Because that is fear-based selling. So I had to learn how to change from fear-based selling to happiness-based selling. What if I made you happy? I want all of you all to think about this. Who is looking forward to dying? Nobody, correct? Why do you talk about it? Is anyone looking forward to falling sick? No. Is anyone looking forward to becoming old? No. How many of you are excited about retiring at 65? Nobody. You want to retire at 25. You ask a youngster, when do you want to retire? They will say 30. You ask someone who's 30, when do you want to retire? They will say 35. You ask someone 35, when do you want to retire? They'll say 40. Everyone wants to retire every 5 years. That's what they want. And what do we sell them? We sell them the dream that they can retire after working for 40 years at the age of 60. At the age of 60, you're not retired, you're just tired. to think about this. I want you all to rethink financial planning today. You see, when I sit down with my clients, I don't talk about fear anymore. I talk about happiness. When I sit down with business owners, I sit down with a lot of business owners. I work with a lot of people who own businesses. And every time I sit down with them, every financial advisor tells the business owner, you need to create an emergency fund. In case the business doesn't work well, you need some money. In case your business goes down, you should have some money. Am I correct? That's what we were told. Create an emergency fund. Now, when you put money in the emergency fund, the client keeps thinking, I've never had an emergency in 20 years. Why should I put the money? I've never had an emergency. I don't know anyone who has an emergency. Why do I need to keep money in that fund? So they will always tell you, I will think about it. So instead of calling it an emergency fund, I call it the growth fund. Mr. Client, you have a business, and I truly believe this business will be very successful. I believe in you. But you need to start putting money aside for growth. When you get a new opportunity, when you get a new idea, when you get that market, when you need money, you should have money on the side, which is called the growth fund, which will allow you to grow your business. Every single business owner truly believes that their business will grow, correct or not? So instead of talking about the emergency fund, I just call it the growth fund. And all of a sudden, they are willing to save money for growth, but not for emergencies. The purpose is exactly the same. The purpose is exactly the same. The only difference is my choice of words. So if there's one thing you take away from today's session, I want you to take away my choice of words. The way I change exactly what our products do into what they actually do. Because our clients don't understand insurance. You see, insurance as an industry, as a profession, is not understood. Most of our clients don't even know why they need insurance. And I want you all to think about this. I was working with a family a couple of months ago, and I sat down with this client, and he's like, Sanjay, I am so rich, I don't need insurance. Have you all heard that before? Yes? Yes. I am so rich, why do I need insurance? Insurance was made for poor people, Sanjay. Insurance is made for poor people. That's what I was told. And that was the most common objection that I get. Sanjay, I'm so rich, I don't need insurance. I had one client who actually told me, Sanjay, when I fall sick, I can just buy the hospital. I'm so rich, I can just buy the hospital. I'm not worried about my treatment. And I said, Mr. Client, you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. You are so rich, you can buy the hospital. But let me ask you a question. You are a very smart businessman. What is cheaper to buy? The hospital or insurance? What is cheaper? Why do you want to buy the hospital? You can just buy insurance. It's cheaper. You're a smart businessman. And I want you all to think about this. I have a lot of funny clients, by the way. My clients are amazing, right? Because they have a lot of money. And that is their biggest problem. They have a lot of money. But they don't believe insurance is the product where they should put that money. So if you give them a good reason to put money in insurance, they will. Today, we're going to change the way we think about insurance. I want you all to all today stop thinking like insurance advisors, and I want you all to start thinking like clients. Alright, so we're going to write this down. All of you, take a piece of paper. Take a piece of paper, and I want you all to write this down. If you had the ability to leave any amount of money for your children, if you had the ability to leave any amount of money for your children, how much would that be? How much would that be? Just write it down. Don't tell me the answer. This is your personal choice. I want you to